Panic attacks versus anxiety attacks. What no one tells you must know differences. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. It's your guy Zaki here. I'm really pumped you're watching today because this topic, it's a big one. We're breaking down the truth behind panic attacks and anxiety attacks. And believe me, they're not just two names for the same thing. So many people get these confused. I used to, too. And it can make things even more stressful when you're trying to understand what's going on with your mind and body. Today, I'll walk you through how they really differ, how they feel, what causes them, and how to deal with them in real life. No textbook talk, just real talk. Grab a cozy drink, sit back, and let's dive in. Oh, and if this is your first time here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button and join the crew. We talk mental health, self-growth, and everything in between with no judgment. All right, let's start at the beginning. What exactly is a panic attack, and how does it differ from an anxiety attack? I get it. They both sound intense, and they are, but the way they show up in your life is super different. So imagine this. A panic attack is like your brain hitting the emergency alarm without warning. There's no fire, but suddenly all the sirens are going off. Your body flips out. Anxiety attacks, though, they build slowly, like a pot of water heating up until it boils. You often see it coming. That test next week, that presentation you're dreading, that overthinking spiral about what someone said. It creeps in and wears you down. So, panic equals sudden and intense. Anxiety equals gradual and tied to something specific. Already starting to make more sense? Let's talk about what these actually feel like, because wow, they can both be terrifying in their own way. When you're having a panic attack, it can literally feel like your body is under attack. Your heart is pounding like it's trying to escape your chest. Your breathing gets shallow. Maybe you're sweating, shaking, or feeling like you're not even in your own body. It's like your nervous system just slammed the panic button. Some people even think they're dying or having a heart attack. On the other hand, anxiety attacks bring more of a mental storm. Your thoughts are racing. You can't stop worrying, you're tense, restless, and you just can't relax. You might feel short of breath or a little dizzy, but it's not as sudden or explosive. It's more like a long, slow climb that wears you out mentally and physically. Now, let's get into what triggers these attacks. And this is a huge difference. With panic attacks, sometimes there's no clear reason. You could be out grocery shopping or lying in bed when BM. Your body goes into total freak-out mode. It's not always logical, and that's what makes them so frightening. Your brain thinks there's danger, but you don't know why. Anxiety attacks, though, are almost always linked to something. Maybe you're stressing about money, health, relationships, whatever it is. There's usually a cause, even if it's buried deep in your thoughts. Panic feels random. Anxiety feels like a pressure cooker. That difference alone can help you figure out what you're really experiencing in the moment. All right, let's talk timing, because how long these last can also tell you what you're dealing with. Panic attacks usually explode and burn out quickly. They hit their peak within about 10 minutes, and they're usually over within 30. Now, that doesn't make them easy. They're still terrifying, but they don't usually linger. Anxiety attacks, though, can hang around for a while. We're talking hours, even days, depending on how stressful things are or how long your mind stays stuck in that worry loop. So if it's short, sudden, and scary, that's panic. If it's drawn out and full of overthinking, it's probably anxiety. Let's shift gears and talk about diagnosis, because this is where a lot of people get even more confused. Here's the deal. Panic disorder is an actual diagnosis in the DSM-5, which is a big OL book mental health professionals use. If you have frequent panic attacks and you're constantly afraid of when the next one will hit, or you start avoiding situations just in case, you might be dealing with panic disorder. Anxiety attacks, though, aren't a diagnosis by themselves. They're more like a symptom of other anxiety disorders, like generalized anxiety disorder, social anxiety disorder, PTSD, or phobias. So while they're very real and deserve support, they're part of a bigger picture when it comes to mental health treatment. Okay, so now the big question. What do you actually do when you're having one of these attacks? Let's break it down. If you're experiencing a panic attack, the best thing to do is try grounding yourself in the moment. Remind yourself out loud, if it helps, This is a panic attack. It's scary, but I'm not in danger. It will pass. Slow your breathing with a technique like 4, 4, 4. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4. Use your senses. Notice 5 things you can see, 4 you can touch, 3 you can hear, and so on. That helps your brain come back to the present. Now, if it's an anxiety attack, try expressing the thoughts. Journal, talk to someone, or voice record your feelings. Move your body, even just stretching or walking. Anxiety likes to fester when it stays trapped in your mind, so get it out. Also, try asking yourself, what am I afraid of right now? What's the actual worst-case scenario, and what would I do if that happened? Often, naming the fear helps shrink it. Whether you're dealing with panic or anxiety, please hear this. You are not weak. You are not broken. These experiences are common, and they're treatable. Therapy, mindfulness medication, breathing techniques, lifestyle changes. There are so many tools out there. Don't give up on yourself just because things feel heavy right now. So yeah, they may seem similar at first, but now you know they're very different experiences with different causes, timelines, and treatments. And the more we understand our mental health, the better we can care for ourselves and each other. If this video helped you, gave you an aha moment, or just made you feel a little more seen, do me a solid. Hit that like button, drop a comment below, and let me know which part resonated most with you. If you know someone who's going through something similar, share this video with them. You never know how much it could help. And of course, if you're into open, honest convos about mental health, healing, and personal growth, hit that subscribe button and join the fam here on Zaki. I've got tons more content coming your way, and I'd love to have you along for the ride. Thanks for spending this time with me today. Take care of your mind, be kind to yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace and love.